Morning, folks. Another chilly morning here on the homestead, and wanted to kind of jump on here and talk about kind of the winter time. There's a lot I don't video because to me it's just mundane. I mean, how many times can you watch somebody feed? There's a channel I watch, and I like them. They're good folks. But honestly, I feed right now during lemon season. I feed 3 times a day. Make sure my ewes have plenty of feed to feed their babies. But how many times can you watch somebody feed chickens? Maybe that's exciting for some folks. But as a homesteader, a farmer, whatever you want to call us. So my day starts about 6 o'clock. I come down, I feed the baby lambs, make sure my ewes got plenty to drink and plenty to eat, and then I go back to the house, have coffee, and then I come down about 8, and that's what I'm doing now. Feed everybody hay, make sure everybody's got water, and work on a project until Miss Polly hollers and says, hey, she's got breakfast ready, and I'll go eat breakfast, and then we go do whatever project we can do that day. Some of these days in the winter, can't do anything at all. But I'll take you along. At 6 o'clock this morning, it was dark, so I didn't bother bringing you guys down here with me. Everything's hollering at me. They all want to be fed every time I show up, but I'll kind of show you what we do. And, you know, to me, it's mundane. It's not exciting. It certainly isn't glamorous, especially when it's really cold. This morning, the sun's shining, and right now the snow's melting, so it's muddy during the day. And I did get a little few things done, so let's go down here and let's do our mundane morning chores. Water during the winter is always a challenge, particularly when you get below zero temperatures like we had. We're right around zero last couple of weeks. Now the temperatures at night are down in the teens, the daytimes are in the 40s. So a lot of water, a lot of ice melts, rather. So we use this tank, it's a horse's tank, to water everything else. And when it gets down really low, everybody just has to get a drink. You give them a drink in the morning, in the middle of the day, and at night, and you make sure they try to drink enough. Sometimes I'll heat up water at the house, bring it down, and pour it over the ice, and they get a warm drink of water. But particularly when you're off grid, water is always an issue. Number one, we have to haul our water, and number two, it just freezes up. We don't have any way of keeping it from freezing. It's going to freeze regardless if you put what some people, I have some right over here, some water jugs at about 3/4 full with a box of salt in it. The water still freezes, and when you get down really cold, it's going to freeze regardless. Those bottles are just going to be sitting there on top, froze into the ice. So that's something that's always a challenge in the winter. It's one of those mundane things. I call it, the wintertime blues. You get up, you feed. It's so cold. It's overcast. It's snowing. It's been doing it for 2 weeks. The past 2 or 3 days have been so awesome. We've had really good days. And it's days like this that you want to get out and enjoy. Yesterday was really windy. Today it's not windy, so we're hoping to go cut a load of wood, kind of supplement our income. But on those days, you don't do anything. You feed, you'll water, wash, rinse, repeat. That's what you do, because that is all there is to do. The daylight's shorter, and with lambing season, I'm down here at 6, 2, and 10 right now. When I first started out, I was down here every 4 hours feeding babies. Then I moved them up to a 6-hour schedule. That was the hardest one. 6, noon, 6, midnight. And you're back up at 6. So by the time you get everything washed up, you get back in bed, you might get 4.5 hours of sleep, and then you go again. So I didn't do a whole lot. And one of the things I wanted to make sure I was doing with our YouTube channel is have content out there that was that was relevant. I didn't want to put out content that was just, that wasn't teaching anything, that I was just making stuff up, that I was just trying to make stuff up. This is our life. This is our real life. This is what we do. This is what homesteading is. It's not glamorous. A lot of days it's mundane, and you're just doing the same thing over and over and over. And during the winter, it's really hard to get to projects. It's really hard to get out and do things, particularly during lambing season like ours right now. All of what was supposed to be our spring ewes, they have had their babies. I'll take you over and show you in a minute. The ones that are supposed to be our summer ewes or our fall ewes that we're going to lamb are now going to have them in the summer. That's our younger ones, and that's fine. Nature does what nature wants. So you just have to kind of take and roll with punches. But if I'm not putting out videos, it's because, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm just doing the mundane wintertime things, day in, day out. And if you followed me around, you'd be as tired as I am. It's not yours. That's yours. Watch out, babies. So now we're gonna feed these sheep. And people who think sheep are this nice, calm animal, they're not. More drama than you can. Do you mind? Get out of the trough. Get out of the trough. They're wild. They are wild. There is no, you guys still got grain in there. Hey, back up, back up. Watch it, watch it. Okay. They are wild overfeed. Okay, so these two Katahdins are sissies. This one's Izzy's. This other black one over here is Dizzy's. And these are my two orphan lambs. They're doing really well. I put them in that rabbit hutch at night and cover them with a horse blanket. Keep them good and warm. And if I hang around here long enough, you'll hear them crying again after they're feeding. You got to keep these ewes good water, good feed, just to keep them producing milk. I like for these babies to get all they can have early. These are eating now. These are coming up on 3 weeks old. This one is about a week and a half old. This one is a week old. And these over here are a few days over 3 weeks. They're doing pretty good. They're eating hay, they're drinking water. So they're doing pretty good. So if I can talk over these bleeding sheep, they're ready to eat again. This is a project I've been working on. I have re-stretched all these wires on this part of the pen. We've been storing our hay in here, but as soon as this hay's out of here, I'm actually going to be enclosing the back of it with a no-climb horse fence. And we're going to separate out some sheep into their respective pens. About got this little section right here finished. I've got to put a few more stays in between. And then yesterday I worked for about 3 hours on that side over there until the wind got to blowing too much and really messed up my throat, if you can't tell. My head's kind of stopped up. But I'll be putting stays in that fence over there. I'll be putting some posts in to kind of stiffen it up. But when I do projects like this, I spend maybe an hour, sometimes 30 minutes. Sometimes I put in one stay because we've got to go to town to get whatever. If I sat down and I did it all at one time and did a video on it, it wouldn't be very exciting. So Miss Polly blowed the horn. That is my cue that breakfast is ready. Okay, folks, change your plans, change your plans. It happens a lot around here. There is a lady who is wanting a lamb, and she's going to raise it up. So we're going to sell her one of our orphan lambs, and she is going to raise it. It takes some of the strain and work off me, and it's some immediate cash flow. So I'm gonna get the truck fired up. Anytime we go anywhere, like going to town or whatever, we're gonna get water. So we've took up to the water trailer, and we don't have to meter until like later. So we're gonna go down and we're gonna work on some of the stays while we're waiting around for her to go, and then we're gonna head to town, meet up with her and get what we need, and then get back here and feed the other baby. The motto of homesteading, farming and ranching for that matter, is repurpose, recycle, reuse. And we're taking the stays that we put up around this pen that we had Pearl in. When we first got Pearl, she's kind of jumpy, real hard to catch. So we put these stays to kind of deter her from that. These actually came off of the fence that I'm working on now. So now we're just taking them back down, putting them back where they came from. We try to use them as much as we can. The other place we get stays is when we trim trees. I trim these trees back in the summer, and when we were putting up our fence, and now Miss Polly's using her little saw to cut off all the branches, and we'll make stays out of these. Take advantage of as many resources as we have, whether it be firewood, stays and single wires. It's one of the most economical fences you can build, and it'll build a tight fence. It is labor intensive though.
How tall do we need it?
Yeah, probably a little shorter.
I don't know how tall they are.
About there.
Okay.
And we can use the shorter ones on the
Well, I was gonna cut it all the way across.
Yeah. That's fine. You can wire the whole thing up in there.
Yeah, I was just gonna cut it all the same height and then just use one piece.
That little Saker mini saw has come in so handy. I really love it.
Here's one.
All right. I'm going to go back over there and take down the ones that are on that pin.
Okay.
Alrighty, folks, this is what we got done. About an hour. It's kind of tedious work. We even put in some small ones. I haven't got them all the way wired in yet. Sometimes we turn them upside down just to get it to where the wires won't separate. And the babies can't crawl out. That's a big thing. Them babies over there crying. Miss Polly put a couple in over here. New ones. We've got to do it all the way down this side. And put in some small ones over here. But it's coming around. Our other one, I really like the way it looks over there on that side. It just looks good. Kind of primitive. But we're going to continue it on and fix this whole side, and then we will put one of the rams over here with some ewes, and we're going to divide this. I'm going to redo this fence here the same way. But we are going to be putting some no climb. I got a little piece of no climb I'm going to put right here and just block this off. Now I got to go get that baby, get up in the truck and get going towards town. We got to meet this lady, and I kind of hate to see the baby leave, but it's a ram. We've got 6 right now. 5 of them are rams. We don't need that many. Even for butcher sheep, we really don't need that many. So we will take him, go get a little bit of money. We got to buy some more milk for the other orphan. This will be our 3rd bag that we're going to be getting. I'm about out on my 2nd bag. And we will buy a few more things and get us a little bit further down the road. Sometimes that's what homesteading and farming is just getting just a little bit farther down the road. Kind of pull that tab and let some air in it. So we just met with the lady who bought our little orphan lamb. I generally don't like to put people on YouTube, and it makes people nervous. So even Miss Polly sometimes. But it's kind of bittersweet. We raise them, and you get attached to them, don't you? They're just, I don't know what it is. We know we gotta sell some of them, and this kind of takes some of the burden off of us and gives us a little bit of overhead. So he went to a good lady. I think she's gonna take real good care of him, and hopefully he does good for her. So now we got to get something to eat. We got to get water. All the stuff that we do when we come to town. Hi, folks. Until next time, be excellent in what is good, be innocent of evil. We'll see you later.